Hello, my name's Laurie, and welcome to the new camping man, Andy. Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the outside with nature and how it helps people with learning disabilities. Well, not just nature in general, knowledge, and how nature has helped me, how it can help you too. So we're talking to people with either severe learning disabilities or dyslexia like myself or dyspraxia, and how the woods, how nature, or in general, how knowledge can help us challenge what people think and believe, and how it can help us in all elements of our life. So, one thing about nature is it's getting away from the rat race. If you come to the woods and you've got problems reading, writing, and all the outside influences, nature doesn't care. And you've got to think on your feet. So self-esteem comes a lot more into it. So the problem is with people who have learning disabilities, such as dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, is a tendency for people thinking they cannot do things and not being able to do things. And that is BS. Because the circumstances is, they certainly can. And the thing is, when you're out in the woods doing things like this, there's only you to think about it. So I'm going to get back to you in a minute and we'll continue our talk. I hope you enjoy the video today. It's an overnighter. It's a solo and it's windy, and this side of the woods I haven't been to in a long while, but this area spot I'm in I've never been to, and the reason I'm about to choose it really plays into what I'm going to say later on. Okay guys, all set up. I'm just going to move my gear from into there. So there we go. I don't know what to call this one, but it's definitely keeping off the wind. Pretty cracking. I was really impressed with that. So I've actually decided I put my inner bit in here, so the wind's coming from this direction, from this direction here, so the wind's coming onto there, so this bit is lovely and sheltered. So I've actually made my night bit where I'm going to sleep. I'm not looking out, but I can still see out this way, so I can come in and get some sleep and no problem, and have a bit of a chill. So I hope you like the setup from the other angle as well. Okay. So, to talk about learning disabilities. The issue I have with people belittling people with learning disabilities, that they believe they can't challenge themselves and can't do them. Encourage people to challenge themselves. And if you have a learning disability, try challenging yourself. Try adapting and try doing things at home, on your own, so to speak. Dyslexia has been an extremely hard part of my life. It's something I'm never going to get rid of. So I've got to adapt to it, as I have been most of my life. I work in the IT industry. I work with technology. And I had to discuss my dyslexia, or acknowledge my dyslexia, to keep my job. So, but the thing is, people are telling you, or people will tell you, if you have dyspraxia, you have dyslexia, you have ADHD, that you're not capable of doing this and that. Nature and knowledge proves otherwise. I come out in the woods, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I get here. There's no schedule, there's no plan. There is a plan to an extent, maybe that's a slight though, because there's a plan to an extent. I plan to come to the woods. I have an idea what I'm going to do. But the weather, the elements, this is all part of the challenge. And you have to learn it yourself. I didn't know how to put a tarp up when I first put it up. I didn't know how to put, cook it out in the wilds that well. I did a barbecue every now and again, and I'd learned that, and that was from my father. I didn't know how to lay a hammock. I didn't know how to put a ridge line up. I didn't know anything about trees. I didn't know anything about pine. But YouTube helped me research. People helped me research. Like-minded people who actually don't care about your background help me with that. Like-minded people. No judgment, no nothing. But when you're in the woods with nature, and even when you look in history and you learn things and you learn knowledge, I think what I'm trying to tell you is knowledge is a powerful thing. I came here today with an expectation I was going to go a camp just over there, right? For that direction, where I normally camp. I haven't been in this side of the woods for a long while. And there's been a lot of tree fall, a lot of woods about, a lot of things there. And you simply just couldn't camp in that section without doing a lot of work. Yes, I could have done it, and yes, I could have done a lot of work. But it took me time, and I found somewhere new. I adapted. I overcame. I challenged myself. I showed I could do it. Because in the woods, if you don't do it, you don't survive. Survival is about learning the knowledge, adapting and overcoming. And so it is with a learning disability. We should encourage people with learning disabilities, with dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD. We should take them out. We should themselves. Let them thrive on their own. Don't belittle them. To be honest, there's nothing worse than somebody telling you you can't do something, knowing full well if you were given half the opportunity, you actually can. So please, 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 I'm telling you, give people a chance. I love coming here because every time I come here, there's something new to discover, and there's always a challenge. Always a challenge. I was supposed to bring some mackerel today, and I'm annoyed I didn't. I was supposed to cut mackerel, I forgot it, but I still have enough to go buy enough food anyway to deal with. But the thing is, it's a windy day, so you learn about the elements, you learn about the wind, you learn about the rain, you learn about the changing conditions, and in the UK it can change at the drop of a hat. This is knowledge. This keeps you going. So, honestly, if you have a learning disability, take it from me. Don't let anybody say you cannot. You can, and you are doing fantastic. Let's talk about this kettle. So this is the GSI kettle, okay, and it's aluminium, but it's a special sort of aluminium, or if you're in America, aluminum. So this kettle, my goddaughter got it for me for my birthday, and that's Pagan Outdoors' daughter. So I'm really looking forward to it. First time outing, should be good. Well happy. But I'm starving and I think I'm gonna have a pot noodle. Okay. Pot noodle. Well, coffee done. Well, I was sat down and had coffee. You know what, the night time's going a bit too quick today. It needs to slow down. See, what is it about the woods? Sometimes you come and every time and again it normally plans out, and every time it goes too quick. Made me a bit busy. Mind you, tell you what, I'm going to have a kip. I think I'm going to have a bit of a sleep, and then I'm going to catch you in a bit. You know what I mean? But that kettle, my God, that's cracking stuff, my friends. Absolutely amazing. Love it. So, we're having a dance in the woods and we're having a laugh. But I'm going to go and get a bit of a sleep, tiny little one. And then I wake my son up about, I don't know, about 5-ish, reckon. Crack the beers open And yes, there is beers as normal. Right, catch you in a min. Think the coffee's gone to my head. Well, that soon got dark very quickly. I fell asleep quite a lot. It's about 5 o'clock, that's all it is. Well, just 5:30. Best get this fire sorted out in a minute. And get them beers on and get something to eat later. Don't need something to eat now, so I'll have a eat later on. So I best get cracking. But setup's alright. So plenty of wood. Well, as I say, windy day before now. You've got to be careful because of the wind, aren't you, really? You don't want them widow makers getting in the way, but I don't think there's any to worry about at the minute. So, well, I hope not anyway. Right, so time to get the fire ready. Today's selection of beers, straight from Scotland. Yep, Scottish beer today. And there's a mixture of some other beers, but most of them are Scottish. So you take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be a lot lowman before ye. Or Flower of Scotland. May contain brambles. That's appropriate, that. Well, it is for here anyway. Well, alright, there ain't no brambles, but there's enough things to slip and break your neck on, but may contain brambles. Yep, and it tastes nice as well. Thank you, Scotland. It's a cracking beer, that is. Love it. We're going red again. See you in a bit. So we've got chilli and we've got naan bread. Should be quite good, that. Nice one. So, tea was absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, I put the red light on. It was amazing. So if you've got a lot of problems with learning how, and you've had problems through your life, school life with dyslexia, and you're still struggling with dyslexia, or you're just struggling with ADHD, maybe the woods is something for you. There's no judgment. And that's the thing. No judgment at all. And you can be what you want to be without any judgment from anybody. Nature doesn't care. It's like when I do my history channel, history vlogs as well. I learn, I research, but I just do it because it's an interest. And nobody ever tells me you can't do that. And that's what makes it so much different to everyday life. And you get people that say you can't do this because you're dyslexic. You can't do this because you've got ADHD. You can't do this because... And you understand what I'm trying to say. But forget them. Just do what you got to do. And anybody who's with somebody with that situation, just give them a little bit of respect. You know what I mean? Stop belittling people. It's really got to stop, you know? Anyway, that was... I get very deep at times, I know. But I'm passionate about things, I suppose. Well, I tell you what, though. What a beautiful night. What a fantastic night. I've had to move position because smoke was drifting in my face at one point. Look at the camp. Cracking. Catch you in a minute, or catch you later. Right then, think I'm off to bed. Might have a bit of a listen to music in the hammock and chill out. Might have a bit of a rave in the hammock. Maybe. I might just fall asleep. I might go to sleep. I might not. I might have a bit of a rave. I might not. I might have a rave. Anyway, enough of that. I'll see you in the morning. We'll see what happens. If I survive the night, of course it will. Morning, oh. Right. I'm going to have away there, chocolate pudding for breakfast. Because I can. Right, so I know loads of people do these most of the time anyway, but I've never really had to have done one. Oh, I did actually. I have done them a few times with MREs, but I never had one Wayfair one. It's probably what I meant to say. But here we go. I'll give it a go. Back in a minute. So while that's boiling away, I'm gonna use my knife that I got as a prize. Excuse me, on Instagram. And a bag, and I'm going to go and get some resupply of birch bark because I used a lot of it last night and I'm depleted. So I'm going to get some more. Catch you in a bit. I had to cut that bit. Some of it's a bit, but it'll dry out. So this area was the camp where I came quite a bit ago on the bench video. So if you haven't seen that, have a look. But I didn't camp here this time. I didn't expect all the tree fall to be like this. So it's been a bit of devastation from the winds. But watch that video. Pudding, get your chocolate pudding. Yeah. That should be good. And my coffee. And look at my view. Right, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching New Camping Man. Anytime you want to come and see us again, you know where I am. I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. Anytime. Thank you very much. Cheers. Andy.